Hey guys, it's Christy with Zen 10 Lotus Tarot, and I just wanted to come to you with a really quick video. Hope you're enjoying your Holy Tuesday and having a good one. Um, I was feeling a lot of shadow work today, and I'm going to try not to do as much as I've been doing it lately, and I'm not really sure where that's coming from, but I'm going to try my best not to say today. So if I screw up, completely sorry. Um, oh my God, here I go. Listen, blooper time. Get ready. Might be a fun video. So anyways, feeling a lot of shadow today. I don't know why, don't know where it's coming from, but it's like I know in my heart of hearts that anytime I'm feeling shadow self in any way, shape, or form, and that can be triggered in a lot of ways, it's something that we don't realize can sneak up on us and kind of like come into our subconscious and dictate how our days, our weeks, our months, our everything in our life and how it's going to go for us if we allow our shadow to take over and get stuck in that framework of ignoring that the shadow even exists, right? Because it does. It walks with us day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour from our past. It's that reference book that wants to kind of be the Bible of our life to create our story for us. And it certainly can if we allow it to. We also can't ignore that it doesn't, that we can't ignore that it's there. We can't ignore that that past reference book was created for a purpose in our life, right? So even though it's part of who we are, right? If we ignore the fact that it exists or that it ever existed, there's no healing it. There's no moving forward from it, and there's no growth or evolution in who we want to become in our life. And that can get us a little sidetracked at times because maybe we tried to ignore it and, something within our heart and soul space said, you ain't gonna ignore me. Like, I'm still here, yo. And I ain't going nowhere until you face me, You embrace me, you understand me, you know where I came from, and you move forward from it. You heal it, you acknowledge it, you actually love it for exactly what it served in your life purpose, Um, and that can get deep and dark and scary and like conjure up some old fears, can conjure up worry, anxiety, nervousness that it's going to affect our future in some way, or that we may never overcome it. And sometimes it's not about overcoming it as much as it is loving it anyways, just forgiving it and observing it and feeling it and living in it and knowing it's there and that you have to navigate it in every moment of your life, right? So the card that I chose in shadow work for us today is called Is This Me? What this card talks about is there may be a shadow portion of yourself that feels like they don't even recognize who they are anymore in this world. Like, who am I? There may be a part of you that has things and ideas and imagination, and you had this blueprint of how you wanted your life to unfold. And this could go way back, even in our childhood days where we had this idea of ourselves or what we could imagine for ourselves and how excited we may have once been for this person that we knew deep in our heart and soul space one day we were going to be, and it doesn't matter if it's in career, if it's in love, if it's in um, if you're an entrepreneur or you have that spirit of just wanting that life of freedom and enjoyment and creativity and spending your moments, because it's all we have is the here and now, but every single one of those moments on purpose. Like, what you're doing in that moment is exactly what you want to be doing in that moment, not somebody dictating a moment for you, not somebody dictating how your life is going to go, not anybody deciding that for you, you know? And that's a true entrepreneurial spirit, to be honest, is that it's not about the money. It's not about the flash, you know, that we all like to think that entrepreneurship is about. It's about the freedom of it, the freedom in being who you are, knowing who you are, being authentically you, and exuding that freedom in everything you do. Every moment of our life, every tick of the time clock, you know, is on our time. It's on our watch, not anybody else's, you know. And that's beautiful, beautiful energy. But, you know, at this time, the shadow portion of you is remembering how that got screwed up for you somehow, some way. You know, and again, this can go way back. You know, how things unfolded was not what you deep down somewhere in that heart and soul space had imagined for yourself, you know. And but this card also talks about recognizing that whatever it is that you want for yourself, is it a dream that should die, or is it a dream that you got to get busy living, you know? And this is just a you versus you discussion. Is it what's holding you back from chasing that dream or going forward or being consistent in your practices or what it is that you desire for yourself? Is it that you're worried about things not going your way? Are you worried about that rug being pulled out from under you? Are you worried about what people think of you? Oh my, you know? And that's a big block for a lot of us in a lot of ways. That's a shadow that creeps in right when we think, you know, we're on a path of doing exactly what it is that we want to do. Something inside of us recognizes that there's a shadow of judgment, you know, because that's the first card that I chose. And it's like, you know, and this card has a lot of different meanings, but the way that I'm intuitively feeling it at this time is that, you know, this dream, this shadow that creeps up within you has a lot to do with judgment. Like, who am I in this world? What will people think? What will people, what if I decided to do something different? How will I be perceived? How will I be liked? How will that affect others around me? How will that be swallowed by others? Is it too big of a pill to swallow for others? Is it too crazy of an idea for people to support? Is it, I don't know, you know, I don't know what it is for you, but whatever it is, it's, you know, you've got this cloud, this little shadow that follows you around of judgment. And it's something that you have to decide for yourself, that you're going to embrace the idea that you absolutely love that portion of you and it's there for a purpose. And maybe it's because in the past you had a lot of people judging you for a lot of things that you just can't even fathom or wrap your head around. So you're like, okay, now they judge me for this. What would they think if I did this? You know, and you're like, oh gosh, you know, I could be opening a can of worms I'm not capable of dealing with, you know? And so it's a shadow within you from your past experiences, that reference book, that creates stagnancy in your life, you know? And so how do you move forward from that? How do you grow from that? How do you learn from it? How do you evolve past it? How do you let go of that idea that you are the only person that is qualified to judge you, you know? Your happiness, your life, your purpose, your path, your creativity, your excitement, your passions, and you're the only one qualified. You're the only one that has that ability to give you permission to do anything in your life, you know? And I don't know, maybe it's a pipe dream, right? Maybe it's snake oil. I really don't know. And maybe part of you, part of that shadow is that you're a little skeptical, you're a little cynical, you got a little bit of shadow of judgment yourself, you know, on things without researching enough, without knowing enough, without being confident enough in what it is that you're passionate about. Shadows are there for a purpose. We can't ignore them. But if we want to move forward in our life and we want to move past them, we have to start evaluating what they are and loving them for the purpose that they've served in our life, but yet forgiving it, letting it go, researching it until we are comfortable enough to be the only qualified judge in our own life, you know? And it's like, it's never without love attached to it, judgment in any way. I don't care if it's from your friends, from your family, from strangers, you know? Judgment comes from a space of love, if that makes sense. And I know that that sounds so counterintuitive and not true, but it really is, you know? It's like people care about us. People don't want to see us get hurt. People don't want to see us fail. People don't want to see us hurt our reputation. People don't want to see us be our true authentic self because it's protective. You know, it's a protective bubble that we put ourselves in if we're not doing anything risky enough to harm us in any way. But here's the thing, nothing in our life, nothing that has love and passion and purpose and drive and ambition and evolution and growth in any way doesn't have risk attached to it. Think about it. Think about anything in your life that you've ever been super excited about, super loving towards, super just on fire about in your life. And this can go in any which direction you choose. But I mean, anything that you've ever thought of in your life that had fire behind it, oh, you can get burned, and that's for sure. So that's a risk. And the risk has to outweigh, or I'm sorry, the reward needs to outweigh the risk in your own mind and in your own heart and in your own soul. And it's like, you just gotta leap, in whatever direction feels best for you, based on knowing your own shadow, loving your own shadow, knowing the risk involved, and jumping anyway. Because guess what? We got this moment, this now, this here, to make choices in our life that are gonna evolve us or regress us. And it's always our choice. And it always has outcomes. It always has consequences. There's always a what if scenario involved, but you can't stay there stuck in the what if. You can't stay there stuck in the past. It's not a Bible. We're not doing that. We're not leaving it, as a storyteller of the rest of our life going forward. It's a reference. That's it. That is it. So yeah, right now you're concerned with judgment and parts of your life that haven't unfolded in the way that you'd hoped that they did. And here's the thing. We're always the creator. Every moment, every second, every decision that we make gets to unfold a new story because we're penning it. Nobody else is. No judgment can stand in the way of that, only if you allow it. So maybe that's a shadow you need to give a little tender love and care to today because you've got the strength, you've got the strength to do it. You've got the strength to acknowledge it, love it, forgive it, and move forward, leap in any direction that you choose for yourself. And it's healing, man. You got healing energy. You're the star. And so you have to recognize that healing that part of you will help you to shine in any aspect of your life. It's going to help you with better relationships. It's going to help you learn new things about yourself. It's going to help you to grow into the person, the best version of yourself, that high vibing energy that you long for. That's it, it's going to make you shine if you can let go and embrace and love that part of you that, that serves a purpose, but it's time to love it and leave it. You know what I mean? Let go of the fear of judgment. Let go of the fear of other people. Let go of the fear of your own self. Maybe you're even afraid of your own self, who you will be, who you are, what you can achieve if you just let go of the judgment of it. And this is going to lead to passion and new beginnings, you know, in anything that you want, anything that's holding you back at this time. If you can love it and learn about it and embrace it about yourself, it's going to lead to passionate new beginnings in everything that you want. You know, this is that shadow work is accepting who you are, accepting your flaws, accepting that you're not perfect, accepting that nobody expects you to be in the damn first place. And even if they do, it's only out of love. Their judgment is out of love and care and concern for your well-being should you fall. Or you're not worried about falling, because here's the thing, we all fall. There's always a fall at some point in our life. There's always a disappointment. There's always a something that trips us up, makes us stumble, but we get back up every single time. And that's that reference book. Think about a time that you fell. Think about a time that you didn't succeed at something that you tried at. Think about a time you took a risk way too big for your britches and had to, go backwards and fix it and learn and grow and overcome and climb, you know what I mean? And it's like, you survived, didn't you? So new beginnings, passion, excitement, good news, fiery news, exciting news, new beginnings in anything that you have a passion for, if you can embrace that shadow of yourself and let go. So I hope that this has helped you in some way. I'll be coming to you soon. This is a collective reading. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye for now.